My name is Tyler Cliff, and I want to welcome you to Missional Mondays, where we take 10 minutes or less to encourage and develop our hearts as missional believers. I want to thank you for joining us, and we will be going through the devotional resources entitled Sent. This has been developed and used by TrekX Missions Organization. A big thanks to their founder and president and my dear friend, Chris White, and their team as they trek, train, and launch missional believers throughout the world. To find out more about their mission and their organization, you can go to trekx.com.
Hey, I'm Cody. When we last left off, we looked to Jesus as our sacrifice. And it was a dark few days in Jerusalem. The disciples were terrified. The Sunday morning came, and Mary Magdalene went to the tomb where Jesus was buried. Much to their dismay, the stone that sealed his tomb had been rolled away, and the tomb was now empty. An angel met them there and informed them that Jesus had risen from the dead, just like he said he would. The angel charged them to go tell the disciples of what had happened. Afraid and excited, they quickly went to tell the disciples, and on their way, Jesus met them. Overcome with joy and emotion, they fell at his feet and worshiped him. He comforted them, encouraging them to not be afraid. He charged them to go tell his disciples what had happened and where to meet him next. And we see what happens after this in Acts 1:3. It says, he presented himself alive to them after his suffering by many proofs, appearing to them during 40 days and speaking about the kingdom of God. As we have looked at in previous weeks, Jesus gives the Great Commission to his disciples, charging them to go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them and teaching them to obey all that he had commanded. He promised that he would always be with them to the very end of the age. And in Matthew 28:18, the Great Commission begins with this. Jesus came and said to them, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. He then goes on to give the charge to make disciples. Jesus bases their mission on his victory. When Jesus resurrected from the dead, heaven broke through into earth. Sin and death lost their grip, and Jesus became the triumphant king. Now, God's kingdom is continuing to expand on earth as it is in heaven, with Jesus on the throne. And while there is still sin and death in the world, it no longer has the final say, and its days are limited. There is a day coming when Jesus will return, fully restoring all things, and evil will be permanently done away with. And that is what we'll look at next week.